Hang on.
Ready? Look at that face!
One less can of hard seltzer in this world. I'm proud of myself. So this is what everybody really looks like when they take their mask off after guns, beer, and therapy. Howdy, Hillbilly Nation. This is American Hillbilly. Man, I'm glad to see you guys here tonight. We have an awesome show for you guys. We're going to have some fun. We got a rock and roll inside chat out there. I just want to thank everybody for being here. And man, I'm just so excited. We have a lot to go over tonight and everything. And we're just going to have a blast. I mean, you guys like to have fun? We like to have fun. Oh, man. Well, we have a great panel back there in the green room. Man, Bubba's in charge of the food tonight, and I'm not even going to tell you what's back there. So, anyway, I'll just bring people out here, and they'll just have to explain to you what all was going on back there. So, up first, we have JH586. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Hey, man. I'm doing better than I can deserve. Thanks for having me on. And thank you for the email warning me that Bubba had charge of the food. I drove through Burger King where I can have it my way. You know. No, man, I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be fun tonight.
Oh, yeah. We always try to have fun. I mean, if we ever stop having fun, then we'll just do something different, you know? So, well, thank you so much, Jamie, for being on this evening. And up next, we have Bubba Tricops Ballistic. How you doing tonight, buddy?
What's up, everybody? Well, doing pretty good. I don't know why everybody's all freaking out and stuff. Like one of the guys that I'm pretty sure it was Walter. It was just like, you drove like 16 hours to get here, man. Why ain't you eating anything? He's like, oh no, I'm fine. I ate before I came here. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't believe it though. None of the four Bubbas believe it. So.
Well, thanks for being here tonight, Bubba, and providing everything for everybody in the green room. We appreciate it, buddy. So up next, we have Walter. How you doing, P.O? How you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty well. And Bubba, I brought tacos for everybody, but when I drove by Pat in the Bunker's place, it was so cold. They all froze to the back of the bed of the pickup, and I couldn't ship them out. I didn't have any jackhammer or nothing with me. So I'd have provided them all for everybody, but it just didn't work out this time. So we'll try again next time. Life is good here. Thanks for the invitation. That was it for sure. Thanks for the invitation to be here. Good to see everybody over on the side chat. You guys were here before I was. Really incredible when you think about it.
Oh yeah, man.
16 hours. Awesome. Yeah. So it's good. Happy to be here and excited to see what we're going to talk about tonight. For you guys, the side chat that don't know, we don't know either until Hillbilly says what we're going to talk about. It's always a big surprise. So that's what makes it fun. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, Jamie always tells us on the email, so I always had time to figure something out to try to prank him or something. So, Well, thank you very much for being here. Up next, we have Mark Thomas. How you doing tonight, Mark?
Outstanding.
Thank you
for having me. Looking forward to a good evening, hanging out.
Awesome, buddy.
Got my belly full back here in the green room. I'm good to go.
All righty. Well, thank you so much for being here, buddy. Always appreciate you. And see, we got up next, we have Pat in the bunker. How you doing today, buddy? Oh, looky there. Man, that's warming me up.
Well, I'm doing pretty good, especially right now. I am kicked back. I am relaxing. I've got a nice little fire going in my stove, and I had some of the possum chili, and I had the frozen tacos, but I had to take a air hammer to get them off the back of Viejo's bed and back of his truck. So they kind of canceled each other out because the possum chili was really hot, but the frozen tacos were about perfect. So kind of cancel each other out. No, I'm having a blast. I'm having fun. I'm just down here, man. I'm looking forward to it tonight. It's been a long week, so I'm just glad to be on. Thanks for having me on tonight, Hillbilly. And we got the battle of the beards going on between Jamie and Mark. I don't know. That might be two of the best beards in on the internet land right there.
Oh, yeah. You bet you. Well, thanks for providing the fire and warmth for everybody tonight. We sure appreciate that, buddy. And
Yep, not a problem.
Up next, we have Gizzy Gary. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Now I wanna let everybody know. You know, they normally say that too many cooks spoil the broth. So I was kind of happy when I heard that Bubba was cooking tonight, and then I thought about it. It's like, well, how many Bubbas are there? You know, that could be a whole bunch of Bubbas getting that stuff. So I did bring a big thing of Tums in case anybody needs it later on. And in the back of my Jeep, there's a whole 12 pack of toilet paper in case you need it. So I got everybody covered.
Literally.
All righty. Well, I sure appreciate that, buddy.
Gary, pass him over. The possum chili's starting to kick my butt.
Well, thanks for being there tonight, buddy. And
yeah, thank you.
Next, we have AR 1776. How you doing, Elliot? You doing all right tonight, buddy?
Doing good. Just got through shaving about an hour ago. I don't have no beard yet. So anyway, thank you for the invite, Hillbilly. Great to see you all on the side chat and good to be with you. I always look forward to it.
Oh, man, thank you for being here. Sure appreciate it. And last but not least at all, we have Garage Guy. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing really well tonight. It's good to see y'all again. I want to say hello to everybody in the side chat. And when Pat was chipping the tacos out of the back of Viejo's truck, I believe he got some paint with it. I was picking paint out from between my teeth there a little bit. So
That wasn't paint. I was parked under a big tree for a while.
say what?
I said that wasn't paint. I was parked under a big tree with a lot of birds in it before we got here.
Okay. Well,
Oh, okay, that makes sense now. That makes a lot of sense now. I'm going to need that 12 pack of toilet paper now, Gary.
Oh, boy. Well, man, I just want to thank you guys for being here this evening. And I just want to thank the side chat. Man, you guys are awesome. And just let you know, sometimes I don't have time to stop and yell everybody out on the side chat and welcome you and stuff like that. So we try to highlight everybody's comments. So that's our way of, saying howdy to you. And we thank you for being here. And, man, we appreciate everybody being here tonight. And also, I want to thank the members of this channel. Got them down here in the banner. I want to thank you guys so much for being a member of this channel. You guys are really helping this channel with the giveaways and all that, so we can give better giveaways, give more giveaways, stuff like that. So I just want to thank you all so much for being a member of this channel. I really do appreciate it. And So we're going to get to our first topic tonight. Excuse me here. And I don't have to change this banner here. So this is the first topic. And, sometimes like we have a lot of fun here, but sometimes, we just have to get serious. And so, Bubba, can you read this banner for everybody?
This is an intervention, Bubba. Buddy, we love you, but you definitely have a Glock problem. Let us help. I don't have a Glock problem. Bubba's got a Glock problem.
Well, we just seen your video today, and we kind of all talked it over, and we thought, side chat, everybody on the panel thought this needs to be addressed. So we're just going to go around the room real quick, and we're going to try to help you out, buddy. So, Jamie, anything you need to say to Bubba?
I do, really, man. What with the Glocks and the multiple personality disorder and all that, you really need to seek some professional help. I would start with my pastor, and maybe he can recommend a Christian counselor for you. And I think all that would help. And trust me, brother, I love you, and I'm here for you. If you need to talk, all you gotta do is give me a call. Hillbilly's got my number, so I'm sure it's okay if you give it to him, and we can talk and maybe even pray together.
All right. Well, thank you, Jamie. How about you, Walter? You got anything to say to Bubba?
Oh, absolutely. I can put you in contact with my psychologist. Les is a good guy. Les Moody is his name. And I think that you'd appreciate some time with old Les. And I want you to know that we're always beside you. And no matter how bad things get, when you've got that split personality thing going on, you've always got each other.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Walter. Pat, you got anything to say to Bubba, buddy? And side chat, I just want to tell you, man, help Bubba out there, okay?
Well, I think Jamie was being a little bit too nice. I know a Spanish priest down there on the Baja, and I think we're going to have a exorcism to get that Glock and that personality out of you, because that's just straight up devil right there. Because I know how you are and how much you hate Glocks, so you've been possessed, brother. So we're going to have to get an exorcist in there. I'm not kidding. I'm not even kidding. It's for your own good, though, Bubba. It's your own Bubba. Oh, we're going to need a winch, a couple toe straps, and at least a 300-ton crane.
Yeah. All righty. Well, thank you very much, Pat. We appreciate that. Gary, you have something you'd like to share with Bubba?
Well, I'd like to let him know you're not alone, man. A lot of us have been through this, Glock infection syndrome. I think it happens to a lot of us from time to time. I've been visited by the Glock and had to work my way through it. So if there's anything I could do, anything I can do, help you out, we can talk, we can chat however you want to, but whatever I can do for you, man, I can help you get through this. So trust the gizzard on this. He's been through this time or two. So, yeah, I mean, not everybody is up for perfection. I understand that. So whatever I can do to help.
Well, thank you, Gary. Thank you so much. All this comes from the heart, guys. So, Elliot, anything you'd like to share with Bubba?
I'm wondering if it's the Glock. I've been noticing he's got 200 something subs now, and the more videos he makes, the personality keeps getting crazier and getting to multiple. And I could go into Ernest Ainsley and go heal, but I don't know, maybe some medicine. Or are you on medicine, Bubba?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
I wonder sometimes who you're talking to. I mean, I think you're talking to invisible people. So.
Well, Thank you so much for that, Elliot. And so, Garage Guy, do you have anything you'd like to share, Bubba?
Well, I'm definitely concerned here, but I'm going to do a 180 from what everybody else has said. Bubba, sometimes I'm speaking to all the Bubbas. Sometimes you have to embrace the madness itself. Okay?
Ah!
Follow your heart. Just embrace it. Just go for it. Live on the edge. Get it out of your system.
My heart says to put it on the barbecue.
Could be that camera and YouTube, exposure.
Thank you so much, guys. Bubba, that all come from the heart, the panel and the side chat. And I hope you really know that we are roasting you, bro.
I know. Well, okay. So let me explain what happened. All right. I have to explain this. So the reason for the Glock.
Screen off. I was about to bust out, man.
I was busting out. I couldn't stop myself. But the reason for the Glock is because I made a little bit of community poll, right? Like saying, should I give High Point a second chance? Well, it was emphatically a yes, and I was just like, every second chance matters for guns. I even made a hashtag, every second chance matters for guns. And I got to think about it, and then somebody sent me a text saying, well, shouldn't you do that for Glock? And I was just like, oh God, no. I was just like, what can I do? And I happened to find this Glock 17. He was alone. He was on the streets. And, crying with a stovepipe in him. And
so you rescued it.
I rescued him. I took him back home, and it took me $80 to feed him. And well, he's just a part of the collection now. So I gave him his second chance. So we're going to go down to the range. He's going to let it all out, and we're going to see if he can recover. So that's how Jesus. I can't.
Man, I might take back what I said. Maybe you need to be committed and get a full-on lobotomy.
Wow! Shock therapy, something.
You went I did a whole backstory for the Glock, man. Come on, that was good. Come on.
Yeah,
seriously.
Oh, you went past exorcism and went straight to lobotomy. I love it, Jamie.
I can see a table full of Glocks at a gun show, and my eyes will wander over, and it'll go to the next gun next to it every time.
Apparently, we need to put Garage Guy on the prayer list as well.
Agreed.
Like, no, whenever I got it though, like, and I made that first like little bit just picture community post, everybody just starts saying, "Oh God, no, Bubba's gone to the dark side. Oh God, no. Oh God, no." And I think Mark sent one or whatever, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" Boomstick sent me one, so I posted something for him. I said, "Just wait, the amount of stupidity I am about to put into this. I'm going to put my heart and soul into the stupid jokes that I could possibly do just because of this gun. Every ounce, every little bitty joke I've ever heard about Glock fanboys is going into these videos. I'm putting my heart and soul into these."
Well, oh man, if you're watching the rewind of this, or like if you don't know what we're talking about, could somebody post Bubba's video that he put out today, and so they can kind of catch up and understand what we were talking about? I'd sure appreciate that. But now we just had to roast you a little bit there, buddy. That video was really funny. I enjoyed it. I laughed all the way through it, man. It was a great video.
That was my teaser video for the next few weeks.
Man, that sounds good over here, dude. Y'all probably don't understand or don't know this about me, but I live about maybe 2.5 miles from the dirt track racetrack, and they're having races tonight, and it sounds really good outside my window. So
Oh,
I used to live
which
near a
which
racetrack, Jamie, like that.
which dirt track, Jamie?
they call it Rome International Speedway.
Oh, yep. I've been there once back when I was about 10 years old when my dad used to drive a street stock. And man, that was a blast. That was a blast.
Last time I went, they were having a 100 lap, $10,000 purse race for the top division, and right at the in the last lap, the guy that was running in second place got into the guy that was leading and put him into the wall and won the race and took the $10,000. And then when they got back around to the checkered flag and they gave the guy the checkered flag in his car, both pit crews jumped him. I mean, it was a full-on brawl right there in front of the grandstand. Uh, 4 people got arrested, so it was pretty fun.
That one is on YouTube. You Google that if you go on YouTube. That one is there. I don't know if it's that one exactly, but there was one from Rome Speedway, and the guy dumped the guy on the very last lap, and this was probably the '90s, though.
Right.
And oh boy, it was a knockdown, drag out. The sheriff's department came out on the track with their cars and everything.
Right.
Holy cow!
That was the last one I went to. I thought, man, nothing's going to top this. You guys that are not familiar with Barber Motorsports Park in Birmingham, that is not just a motorcycle racetrack. It is a full-on museum. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not quite as good as Wheels Through Time in up in Tennessee, but it focuses more on racing bikes, whereas Wheels Through Times is more of a Harley Indian uh, as well as military style bikes.
Yep, both good museums. Both very good museums.
They are.
I've been to both. They're nice. A lot of history.
There's a new one opened up in Cartersville. Cartersville's on the interstate right there off I-75, and they have had the Tellus Science Museum forever, and it's a really good place to. All the school kids go there once or twice a year. Then, not too long ago, they downtown Cartersville they built the Booth Western Museum, and that's a lot of fun. And they have a chuck wagon cook off down there about this time of year every year, so that's a really fun thing to do. And newly built down there within the last 2 years, they've added the Savoy Automobile History Museum. So if you're ever up around Cartersville, plenty of good museums to go to.
Awesome.
Nice. Yeah, the Chuck Wagon cook-off stuff. If you want some of the best food in the world, go to a Chuck Wagon cook-off.
Look at those flames, man. They don't even go down. They just stay up there high.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I got it shut down. Now she's cooling off.
The Info Bro says that computer picture of fire burning in your background, Pat, looks real.
Just slightly real.
That's gonna walk up, stick his hand in the fire. See, guys, not real. Ah!
See, it's already 50 degrees here, so it's going to get down in the 40s tonight.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
I'm kind of upset. Like, we had a week of decent weather here, and I'm like, all right, this is beautiful. And then it warmed back up for like 2 weeks. And then this cold front come through, and now it's cooled off quite a bit. So,
Yeah, the same one that hit us.
That makes people say stuff like, well, we didn't have no fall. We went from summer to winter. I'm like, it got down to 40 degrees and that's not a fall? Okay, whatever.
It'll be 44 Sunday night where I'm at. It's 54 now.
Yeah, it's going to be a cool week.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right.
Tomorrow and early in the week, it'll be rather cool, but it'll be back to more seasonal stuff by the end of the week. You know how it is, AR. It never stays cool very long in October.
Yep.
I tell y'all about one of the coldest motorcycle rides I ever been on. We went to Townsend, Tennessee. I left Saturday morning. It was about this time of the year. Maybe no, it was a couple of weeks later in October. And when I left on my motorcycle, it was 28 degrees. So I had everything on, all the riding gear I had it on. By the time we stopped for lunch in Knoxville, it was 80 degrees.
Wow.
And you have never seen a man run to a bathroom and start peeling a union suit off any quicker in your life.
I had a similar experience going up there one time in the spring or in the fall. Actually, it was warm and it turned and started sleeting, snowing on me. I was on the mountaintop. I had to get a ski mask, gloves to make it off the mountaintop. Well, I mean, it was.
Yeah, that'll happen when you ride through the West in the late summer or fall. Well, actually, even in the summer, because you got to ride up over the Sierras, and it can be, sub freezing up on top, and 90s on either side. And so, I take off on a long tour. What gear are you going to take with you, Walter? It's all of it.
All of it.
Yeah, layers and electrics, plus rain gear.
Yeah, we left Mena, Arkansas, and it was 85 degrees, and everybody was putting jackets on because we was going up in the Ozark Mountains up to Queen Wilhelmina State Park. We got up there, it's 45 and misty rain.
Yeah, that's chilling.
And down at street level, it was, like I said, hot and sunny.
It's amazing.
But I bet I'm sorry. I bet Hillbilly knows exactly where Queen Wilhelmina State Park is.
Yeah, it's supposed to get down in the mid to upper 30s here tonight in my part of Virginia. That's why I moved my computer here back inside the house and not out on the carport there. I do miss my cricket though.
What, you got one? You got one cricket in Virginia?
Well,
his name is Fred. All right,
there's one got on the inside of that carport there for the last few weeks, and every night I'd go out there, I'm hearing him chirping away. I named him Carl after that sling blade guy.
I tell you what wrong with it. Got no gas.
I know that one night on the live stream, man, that dude, he was hanging in there, man. He's been part of the show. That cricket.
Yeah. Mark was hunting them and he couldn't get them.
Yeah.
Y'all got any more of that potted meat? Mm-hmm.
That was good.
Them state boys, they call that thing a ring blade, but they call it a Kaiser blade. Yeah, I killed him. Mm-hmm.
Very, very good.
But yeah, Jamie, I do know where that is. Sorry I had to step out on the back porch there. Somebody that direction is having some evidently a fireworks show or something. I have no idea why, but there's like some noise going on out there for several minutes. I could hear it in here, and I don't know what's going on, but yeah, they definitely was having spent a lot of money on fireworks for October. I don't know what is going on.
I tell you what, that's a fun story. By the way, on a side note, I may have tripped one of your neighbor's safety alarms. I was chasing a possum back there. I figured I'd make some possum pancakes afterward.
I bet it's Moondog. He's not here tonight.
Yeah, it could be. Oh boy. So let's see. Let me get this banner up here. Everybody, we will be having a giveaway, so make sure your hashtag in there, hashtag HBN42, and we'll be having a giveaway here after a bit. So make sure you get that hashtag in there. And I think right now, let's call out the side chat. So Walter, what do you think everybody should type in? And Jamie, would you care to call them out?
Well, let's see. Let's type in something easy. I was going to say Glock, but that's too good. So let's go with no Glock.
Split personality.
No Glock, just like that. All one word. We'll make Bubba feel a little bit better.
No.
That's our mission.
So,
right under that, Tim writes, "Glock loves you." How dare you, sir? How dare you?
So type in no Glock, and Jamie will shout you out over there, guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. We got, they done blew it off my page here. We'll back up. Well, we got Walter, of course, Tim S., Abigail Finnegan, Tactical Fud, Gizzard Gary's on the panel and the side chat, Bama Dad, Garage Guy 879 is also on the panel and in the side chat, Michael Dunn, Abigail Finnegan again, Chessboard, Fluffy 10mm Jeep Guy, GGW Outdoors, hey brother, Ozzy Osborne, Tim S., Gizzard Gary again, Rick Harris, Info Bros, Mike McClune, Dale Pogue, Boomstick Revenge, Ron Wayne, Mike McClune again, Tactical Rabbit 308, AR Patriot Nations in the panel in the side chat. Bama Dad is now editorializing. Dwayne 7834, Bobby Barlow, Two Live Moo, what's up, brother? Mr. Bob Dabalina. Yep, I got it. And Abigail, Alaska One Andy, what's going on, brother? There's Chad Kelly, what's up? Michael Dunn. And that's all.
All right. Thank you, Jamie.
Okay, Michael.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Sure appreciate that. And anyway, man, what a great side chat we got there. I mean, just a lot of people, a lot of great people. And if you're watching this, also, guys, not only do the people here on the panel have great YouTube channels with great content, but I mean, like, what, 90% of the side chat probably at least are YouTubers and have awesome content. And so make sure you see people out there, go check out their channel. I mean, this is a wonderful community, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. So I thought up first, since we have deer season and stuff coming on for people, we would talk about that just a little bit. And I know that like maybe not everybody in the panel on the side chat might be hunters, but just so like I thought it'd be a fun deal to go through since deer season's coming up and all that stuff, and people we might have some questions, or something like what gun do you use, stuff like that. So I thought, well, let's just go ahead and we'll talk just a little bit about deer hunting, and we'll go around the panel. And if you're not a hunter, that's fine, but if you are, then I'd like to hear a little bit about it from you, and then also in the side chat. So let's talk about deer hunting. So like what gun or bow or both? A lot of us, hunt with both bow and gun, and then also some hunting tips like do you use a tree stand? Do you walk? Do you scout? I mean, like, what is use a blind, stuff like that, and then a little bit on scouting. Like, what do you do any scouting, or if you do, kind of what's what do you what's some words I'm looking at, like how early do you start and stuff like that, I guess. And I think something that's real important, especially if somebody is a new hunter or maybe having troubles, what do you do after you make your shot? That's a very important thing if you are a hunter. And yeah, I see Pat there. He's got a John Deere working there in the background. I guess maybe hauling wood over there for the fire. So
oh gosh, it's maximum overdrive.
Yeah, I didn't hear a backup alarm on that.
That is unsafe. Where's those?
So anyway, we'll just go ahead. Bubba, do you do much hunting, or have you done any?
Used to hunt deer. Used to hunt squirrel. I hunt. Since I've gotten the 450 Bushmaster, there's a lot of stuff I can't that I can't not hunt. I pretty much figured out that a 450 Bushmaster does not care about anything that you shoot at it. Shoot at with it rather. But I kill most of the meat that I eat, right? Like, except for like fish or something like that, is something I've either caught or killed myself. So like I hunt a lot of deer. I hunt a lot of like elk. I've eaten coyote meat before too. Since recently getting the 450, I wanted to see what it do to a coyote. It does a lot to a coyote. I'll just put it that way. There's not much meat left after you shoot that coyote. Yeah, there's all. So I hunt just about everything that I can. Anything out here in Kentucky, if I can hunt it, it's getting hunted.
Awesome. So alrighty. We can move on to you, Jamie, then I guess. So how about you?
We have in the property I hunt, which is about 220 acres, we have a network of stands already set up. So, most of my scouting will be walking around after the season starts, after we get down, and we'll throw up another blind or something if we find a good area. Mainly what I'm looking for is scrapes and rubs and the concentration thereof. If I find a place where like I was walking around one time after a hunt and didn't kill a deer that day, but I found an area where there were 5 trees right there together with a good bit of scrapes and rubs. And what I'm talking about is a rub to me is on a tree where you can see where the deer have scraped the velvet off of their horns on there right after the spring. You can see it. I mean, all the bark's gone off of it'll start about 18 inches to 2 feet, and it'll be about about a foot and a half tall where there's no bark on the tree. And a scrape is an area on the ground where the deer have scraped out a bare spot and then took a leak in there to mark their territory, and that's what I do. And I with season starts next Saturday, so I'll be up at the range here in the next week, and I'll be shooting an AR and 350 Legend and 270 Winchester and probably 35 Remington's what I'll be hunting with. The archery season's most over. Well, some guys just hunt with bows. They don't do gun at all, and that's cool. I just like a little more reach.
Alrighty. Great answers there, buddy. So one thing after you shoot a deer, what's your next deal? I mean, I think this is something that new hunters might kind of struggle with. You just jump up and run, sit the deer's laying there.
No, I sit there till I quit shaking well enough to climb down out of the tree, and then I go field dress it, and that's field dressing your deer is paramount to be done correctly, and it needs to be done relatively quickly, and that's paramount of the condition that the meat's going to be when you put it on the table. There's a procedure I go through, and I'm not going to talk about it on here. I don't want to get graphic, but yeah.
Alrighty.
Absolutely, Info Bros. If you want to drive a big buck absolutely insane, and I mean crazier than Bubba, pee in his scrape. He'll be trying to figure out which buck did that. They'll be fighting mad. It's hilarious.
I do that anyway. Not because of why you do it, but I mean.
Oh man. So Walter, we'll just jump right on down to you, buddy.
Sure. Well, I'm not hunting anymore since I moved into town. I did when I was younger and I lived out in the country. And our territory is a lot different than what you guys have in Georgia and Appalachia and so forth. Our coastal mountain range where I am, we have California, guys, if you think about it, we got two long mountain ranges. We got the Sierra that's east of me that goes up to 14,000 feet. And we got the coastal range that goes up to about 8,000 feet. And in between them is California's big Central Valley that's almost 800 miles long. And that's all flat farmland down there. Where I was hunting was in the Los Padres National Forest, and that was rugged country. It's like this up one side and like that down the other. And there's no such thing as a tree that you can put a stand in. It's scrub oak and chaparral country. And the only way you could hunt that was to scrounge around through the deer trails that they'd hack their way through that brush. And you better have sewing needle and thread to sew your dog back up with, because they're going to get cut, and so are you. We do stuff. We have a lot of yucca plants back there, and something that plant you're not familiar with. It's like an aloe plant. And you could take one of those big old long leaves, and it's got a needle on the end. You pound it flat with a rock, and you've still got a spike on the end that you could use for needle and thread. And half the time we come home after a deer hunt, our shirt's all sewn up with that stuff. And
my goodness.
But So hunting. You get up there either in a pickup. There are some Forest Service roads that you could get close, and then you hunt the edge country, and there'd be what we call potreros, which might be size of a football field that's relatively bare up along the ridge, and that's where you look for your deer sign. But you were on foot most of the time hunting, and I hunted with a 30-30. The longest shot I ever took was 100 yards, and beyond that, they're in the brush, and you can't see them, and they're probably going to jump down, bail off the side of that ridge. And deer season started late July, early August. So it was 100 degrees out there. So your deer runs downhill. They almost never drop, because most of you hunters know right in their tracks. Every once in a while you get one that'll drop in their tracks. But so down the other side they'll go, and then you got to hoof it down there and do your field dress down low. And now you got a big buck in our area was, if you got one that dressed at 85, 90 pounds, that was a big one. But now you got to hump it on, and your rifle on your back up that hill within, and all the mud, the blood, and the ticks, and the flies, and the 85-degree temperatures. And so it was quite an ordeal to get a buck out of that territory and get him back downhill. If you're on horseback, you're talking about another 2-hour ride to town, so in warm weather. So it was quite a deal. And when I moved into town, I didn't hunt anymore. Didn't hunt birds. I hunted we had a lot of quail out there, good quail hunting. And I had a real nice Remington Wingmaster 12 gauge. It was a great shotgun. And I sold it for some stupid reason. I must have needed the money or something. But anyway, yeah, so it was 30-30 territory up there. Iron sights. The scope didn't do you much good. If you couldn't hit a minute a deer with iron sights at 100 yards, you shouldn't be out there shooting anyway. And I got, every year that I pull tags, I got one. So that's what hunting was here. And it's, California is a big state. The other side of the state for me is completely different. There's a conifer forest over there. We don't have conifer forest here. That's scrub oak stuff. It's hard to hunt in. So.
Yeah. Man, that's awesome. I mean, I'm trying to picture all this as you're telling the story, and it's like, man, that's so different from like where it is around here for us to hunt, and whereas where I hunt, you hear is probably a lot different than some of the other people, and so that's really neat.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
It was an interesting proposition, but we got it done.
I got to answer something that Michael Dunn wrote. All right, he talking about seeing a deer eating a gut pile and stuff like that. So that's not too weird, because most deer, and this is the nice YouTube guidelines way of saying it, they participate in coprophagia, which coprophagia means to eat something twice. So when they come up on the guts, they're not necessarily eating the guts. They're trying to eat what was supposed to come out after their meal, if that makes any sense. That's the nice way to put it. They eat Winnie's last name. All right.
Alrighty.
Yeah. And what they don't get, the Yotes will come in and clean up. And we got vultures here and so forth. They'll come down and clean up pretty well after you.
I look like we got Brick Cheney out there. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Man. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I really appreciate that, guys. So, Pat, you'll tell us anything about hunting up there outside the bunker?
Yeah, actually, we've got 2 different platforms that we run down here. Kind of like what Walter was running, a iron sight, because you ain't going to get much over 100 yards, especially in dense forest, like what I got down here on a river bottom with my Type 53 Chinese Mosin Nagant, running a 203 grain flat nose bullet silver bear on that, and that's what I use stomping around in the brush. down here on the trees and on the river bottom. Now, if I go up out of the valley and I get up on top of some hills and get more into the prairie land, then I've got good scope. Some of you guys have seen that one in the Monte Carlo chassis, a Type 53 with a muzzle brake and everything with a good scope on it. And, you could be reaching out 500-600 yards across fields, especially once they've been picked or cut, or you get into a great big cattle pasture that's a mile or two long, and you can see from hilltop to hilltop, and you're doing a lot of glassing, looking up through those creek bottoms and stuff, ponds. They got to go to water sometimes, especially in the drier years. If you got ponds that that stay full or have water in them, that's usually where you put your lure in, just like on fishing. And yeah, that's some of the best luck I've had. You almost got to have two hunting setups, because just like anybody knows, just like down in Georgia or anywhere else where there's just a lot of trees and stuff, scope don't do you no good. You need just a big heavy bullet that's gonna buck the brush and go straight through it and get to that deer. So yeah, it's kind of it just got two different types of rifles, just depending on where I'm at. And I brought down coyote, bobcat, deer, and a wild emu one time. Somebody had released onto the river bottom. That one was kind of fun. I made emu steaks out of that one. That one's pretty good. Then you want to talk about some big drumsticks? Holy cow! Put that on a smoker for a little bit. But no, in all serious, and we have quail, we have pheasant out here, and Rio turkey out here. So I'm pretty lucky. We've got a pretty wide range of animals that we can hunt out here, and probably above all else, I'm a big bird hunter. Man, I love bird hunting. I love watching the dog work and go in there, especially if you can get them in there on pairs. If you can get a lab and then you can get a pointer on top of that, oh man, it is so much fun to watch dogs work on that. We used to do that back when, carrying an old Remington Model 11 semi-auto, heavy. But Dad was like, "Here's your shotgun. If you want to hunt birds, here it is." And I was like, "Okay." And man, that was just a blast hunting birds.
All right.
And so yeah, that's we got quite a bit of stuff to hunt around here. So I'm pretty fortunate.
Awesome, buddy. Well, thanks for sharing that with us, buddy. So how about you, Gary? In Kansas area, I know it's a little more bird hunting and stuff, but there are some deer up there.
Well, I haven't hunted deer in a few years. I've gotten 6 in my entire life, but I always do it I have a little bit different theory on it than most folks, because most folks around here, they use a rifle or they use a bow and arrow or something like that. My best luck I ever had was with a 2014 Nissan Versa. I took 4 different deer with that thing along the highways here. So, but I haven't gotten any in the last 4 years. But no, I haven't had any luck with firearms or any other. 4-wheel vehicles have been my best thing to take a deer with around here, and they're all over. You don't have to go out in the woods; they're right along the highways. All you got to do is drive along the road, especially early morning, late evening. They come right out and meet you, especially this time of year when it starts getting cooler. So All seriousness, no, I've never hunted deer, but I have encountered a few.
Awesome. Well, I figure you're probably not wanting to do any hunting with the vehicle you have right now.
No.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that, buddy. So, Elliot, you do much deer hunting, buddy?
Occasionally, I use a Remington bolt action 30-06 ADL without a magazine. I typically go hunting near Coney National Forest, which has got Redlands WMA around it. Sometimes I'll do the National Forest part. But outside of that, and talking about shoot the deer, unzip its belly, rip it, you know, I'll keep it clean for you too. Rip it, you know what, out and roll the stuff out of it. And you got it field dressed, if you guys know what I mean. And which most of you do. And typically, if I get one, I'll bring it home. Last time we had one hanging in a tree. My roommate actually, I looked around a day or two later, and a head was hanging in a tree. I said, "Do you realize you're gonna freak the neighbors out? There's a head out there of the deer still hanging by a rope." I went and told him, I said, "Go get that head off the tree, the limb," and he did. But yeah, I like hunting. I hadn't been in several years. I'm hoping to go this year. I don't know if I'll use the 30-06. I'll probably end up using the, I know it's undersized. I'm going to probably carry my AR-15 and just boom, boom. Typically I'll carry that when I go hunting anyway, even with my great grandson, but that's what I'm going to use.
Well, thanks a lot, buddy, for sharing. And we got Guns and Barbecue in here. Send $2. Well, thanks a lot, buddy. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. So, Mark Thomas, do you much of a deer hunter? I know.
Yes.
I know you like sneak up on bobcats. So
that was a lucky turkey season day for me. Yeah, love deer hunting. Favorite is really archery season. I just don't get the time or the ability to go anymore. It was a whole lot easier with private land, and public land not so much. And I don't get enough time to practice to feel fully confident in taking a good shot. I can take the crossbow, but still going out for rifle season when I can. And got my old single shot 308 that I prefer for that. But I think this year I'm going to be taking the 35 Remington because that's a new one for me and something I've really been looking forward to using. Don't hunt from a tree stand anymore. Used to, but I don't really care for getting up in a tree, and I don't think I really should at this point in my career hunting. So it's all ground hunting for me. It's more about being out in the woods, more about taking my son with me whenever he's able and willing to go. So it is nice to take a deer. It is nice to have some meat in the freezer. We do enjoy it. We do use it. So hopefully this will be a good year for one of us.
awesome, buddy. That's awesome. Brooke Jenny, thank you so much for that. Said Guns and Barbecue made me do it. Because I can. Well, thank you. We sure appreciate that. Like I said, guys, these super chats and the membership, we'll be putting that stuff back into the giveaways. So we really appreciate you guys for doing that. That's very nice of you. Thank you so much. Yeah, Mark, as far as getting up in the trees anymore, I kind of try to not do that as much. Tree stands or the trees. So anyway, Garage Guy, what's your take on deer hunting? You get to deer hunt much there?
Well, as y'all well know, I live in the central Appalachians. I'm sticking my head out the door right now and turn the light on, and there'll probably be about 3 or 4 standing out there right now.
Yeah.
But I hadn't been deer hunting probably 10 years more. But when I would go, I'd use a Winchester Model 64 chamber 270 excellent rifle. Before the season would start, of course, we'd get out and sight scopes, whole 9 yards. And other than that, there really wasn't much to it. But around here, people eat, breathe, and sleep deer hunting. They might be clean shaven all year long, but when October comes, they put the razor blade down and they don't shave again until December. And they're just diehard deer hunters, and they usually get their limit. And myself, as far as hunting anymore, what I do is mostly like varmints, like groundhogs, that kind of thing. Out there, a lot of these farmers, they've had horses or cattle step in a groundhog hole, and the animal would break her leg and they'd have to put it down. And that can be an expensive groundhog hole, and they'll let people go out and shoot the groundhogs. Also, over the past 7 or 8 years, we had an influx of coyotes just out of the blue. And what I use for the coyotes and groundhogs, believe it or not, is a Ruger American chambered .22 Magnum. And the thing works well. I usually use the CCI Maximag ammo right here. It works.
Nice.
It'll put down.
Good choice. Good choice.
It'll put down a groundhog or coyote with no problem, and I've taken them at 100 yards with that .22 Magnum rifle. Yeah. But I do want to add, though, the most deer I've ever seen in my life isn't around here in the Appalachians, and this really surprised me. It was on the eastern shore of Maryland. Now, the deer up there were only half as big as the deer down here in my part of Virginia, but it would be nothing to go out on my niece's chicken farm and see a whole herd of deer, maybe 80, 90 deer at one time.
Yeah.
But they weren't much bigger than a German Shepherd, seemed like.
Yeah. Alabama, it seems like I've been through Alabama. I've seen big herds of deer like that, not much bigger than anything, but just a whole bunch of them. So that is awesome, buddy. Well, I want to thank Guns and Barbecue. What's going on here? There it is. He said, Brooke triple dog dared me. I don't have a great start shooting school money, though. I'm in the pores. Well, thanks again, Guns and Barbecue. Sure appreciate that, buddy. Thank you so much.
Brooke, you're a wild woman.
Yeah, big one just came in.
Oh, my goodness.
Big thank you, Brooke.
Oh, my goodness. We'll get down that there. I don't want to leave anybody's comments out. My goodness. Wow. So
don't be spending that money on hard seltzer now.
No, I do not.
Right?
Unless they're targets.
Here we
that's
go.
All right.
Brick, $50, man. Thank you. It says barbecue. I just added a 0 to your gift. You need to stop now. I keep it going, barbecue. Let's get this going here. We'll be giving away guns on this show next week. We keep this up.
Hey, I kind of like that idea.
No kidding, so do I.
Yeah, Bubba needs a new Glock. Yeah.
How dare you, sir?
He needs 2 of them.
Well,
Hi, my name's Bubba, and I am a Glock addict. Hi, Bubba.
Bye, Bubba.
There was just a bunch of balloons surrounding Gary.
Yeah, what the heck happened there?
I don't know. I've seen that. All these balloons just come up and
Did this? What in the world?
I don't know what just happened there, Gary.
That's
but-
crazy, man.
Gizzard's just special, I guess.
Tried to figure out what I did. That was pretty cool. I held my fingers up. Oh, look at there.
Oh, look at that.
What is that? Wow. Try that, guys. See if it works. See if you can get some balloons. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
What's going on? It's only working for Gary.
You gotta hold your
Gary's
fingers.
an airhead.
Just make a peace sign.
Nah.
Oh
How
my
about
goodness.
that?
Oh, I will try it.
Let me try this hand, see if it works. Oh, that hand's not working.
No,
Oh, there you go.
see, Gary is just special. Look at that. I mean,
That's the craziest thing I ever saw in my life. I have no idea what's doing that.
Sure.
I don't. I thought it was something Hillbilly did for a second. It's like, that's coming from my camera.
Moose says, "Don't hold up the middle finger. We don't know what's. We don't know what concept."
I'm having fun with
I
this.
thought maybe it was Bubba's possum chili. That was a fart balloon or something. I'm not
It's
sure
not
which.
my birthday or anything. It's not even close to my birthday.
Look, you just keep getting a whole bunch of balloons there.
You want balloons? Just let me know. I can make them appear on the screen.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Oh my goodness, barbecue come back. Brooke wins. You know the difference between Brooke and broke. Barbecue.
That's classic.
It's 1-0.
Thank you very much, Barbecue. Appreciate you, buddy. Oh my goodness.
Hey, look, hey, Michael, we already sang Happy Birthday last week, remember?
Yeah, we
or
did.
I did. I was asked to.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, Bubba. You did a great happy birthday last week.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, I agree, Doug. We have no idea what the balloons have to do. That's the first time I've ever seen that. So, oh my goodness, we got Tackle Rabbit jumping in here. Thank you, buddy. Super sticker. Man, that's awesome. Gary, give him some balloons, buddy. Man, that just cracks me up, man.
I got the magic, man.
Well, thank you, buddy. Sure appreciate that. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I think you got something on the floor, little button you hit like a reverb for a guitar. Balloons just go everywhere.
I swear. I kid a lot on this show and on my show, but I swear to God, I don't have a clue what's going on here.
Oh man. Well, maybe Brooke has something to do with it.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, all I know, all right,
Good night, Brooke. We appreciate you, buddy.
is one
She's
that
getting on there
Brooke is an amazing person.
She
and
is
two,
awesome. And so we can take some of this money and we can send everybody to a great start shooting school. You know, there we go.
And the other thing I know is that none of them balloons have been red so far, and I kind of want to start the 99 red balloons go by song.
99 luck balloons.
Hey, Gary's got the
Balloons.
magic hands.
You don't need to do that anymore,
Oh.
Gary. I'm having early 70s flashbacks from Chucky Dick Nixon. When he,
It's
Gary, does this comment have to do anything with you been married 5 times?
OPSEC, man. OPSEC. Which
Hope it's
Let's try both hands, Gary.
Were you at Woodstock?
I was
Oh my
9
goodness.
years
Here,
old when
Brooke.
Woodstock happened. Thank you very much.
She couldn't help herself. Well, thank you
I-
very much, Rick.
That was kind of a general question.
Look at that.
Asked the whole panel. Were you at Woodstock around this time?
Well,
I
guys,
was
you learn something new every day. I mean, looky there. So I was just gonna throw this out there to anybody else that have live streams, invite Gary on your show so you can have thumbs up and balloons and everything. I mean, you guys just got it going on.
Oh, you can make. Let's see. How is it?
We don't want to see no snowflakes now.
Do a heart.
Oh my gosh, it hurts.
I was just looked it up. It's evidently something having to do with Apple, and because I'm on a MacBook, it's something built into Mac. I didn't know it was there. Oh, I can make it rain too. Let's see if I can get that to work. It says 2 thumbs. There it is. Look at that. 2 thumbs down makes it rain. Confetti. So if I do 2 peace signs, I get confetti.
Get closer to snowflakes.
Lasers. Oh. I can do lasers.
Oh, now we're
Yes! DJ would love that.
Okay.
Freaking lasers.
Soon as
Fireworks.
Soon as DJ Play Nice finds out about those lasers, I mean, it's going to be rock and lasers going to show up.
That's fun.
Awesome.
That's fun. I'm going to do this on my show now. Cool.
Gary.
No,
You got to make a
was,
sticky note of how to do each one of them and put them on your screen so you know when to do it randomly.
I know, right?
You do that on your shows now.
Oh, this
Hillbilly, you got to blow
DG
Gary up and let him do the lasers again.
yeah, do the
Yeah,
laser.
really.
Blow him up.
Blow him up.
Okay, hang on a second, Gary. Let's put
I
on
think
a
it was
laser
this
show
one,
here.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
You reckon it's just the MacBook deal? Because I'm on an iMac. I wonder if it'll work for me.
Well, I pulled up an Apple support, and that's where it showed up. It's called Reactions. And if you're video conferencing on a Mac, you can do that, supposedly. So
Yeah.
I just learned that tonight by accident.
I didn't get no stinking balloons.
That's because Microsoft don't know about it yet, Walter.
I'm on a Macintosh.
Mad
We
Dog
have the
2020.
technology.
Oh, look at there, moon dogs out there.
Moondog showed up. Sure did.
He's out there in the chat.
Yeah, it must be just a MacBook thing because look at nothing happens
Oh,
here
my
on
goodness.
mine, and I'm on a
Guys,
Macintosh.
Let's
Guys,
give him some
desktop,
fireworks,
yeah.
shall we? Oh,
Guys.
confetti. Confetti. There we go.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Fireworks
thumbs
for this one. Isn't it? Yeah, there's your
up.
fireworks.
look
Yeah,
at this
Yeah,
here.
that's nice.
Michael Dunn just gifted 5 memberships. Oh my goodness, buddy. That is crazy. So if you want the one of those memberships, shout out there. That is awesome. Thank you very much for doing that, Michael. That is crazy. That's awesome. There's Moondog.
I was this old.
I
when
forget-
found out about those.
Oh my goodness. So good night, Doug Thomas. We'll see you, buddy.
Hi, Doug.
Yeah, I'm fixing to have to go too. It's 11:30, and I got church tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we're gonna do this giveaway real quick, and while I'm getting that all pulled up, Jamie, why don't you just go ahead and plug your channel, buddy? And real quick though, guys, if you have not entered in the giveaway, free giveaway, not going to be balloons, but we are giving away this nice little slim knife that I've been giving away for a while. And the reason I've been keep giving this away is because, I mean, it's a sweet knife and people are really liking this. So anyway, that's what we're giving away tonight. And I will make sure you get hashtags in there, hashtag HBN42. And I'm going to be pulling that up. And Jamie, go ahead and plug your channel, buddy.
I'm going to be working on a video for priming cases and then charging cases. I don't know if I'll do them separate or together, but we're getting close to the end of the 308 thing, and I'll be glad to have that finished. We'll finish it with a range day later this week. As always, Friday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, Georgia Shooting Connection channel. Come check us out. We have a big time. Of course, we don't. Nobody on our panel has a MacBook, so we can't do all the really cool stuff. So, but maybe if y'all keep making these great gifts, maybe we can give one away. Woo!
You betcha.
No,
Man.
it's not going to happen, but it's a good idea. So, guys, thanks for having me on, and it was a fun time. And yeah, y'all keep it up.
Night, Jamie.
Night, Jamie.
Night, buddy.
Night, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie.
Have a good evening. Thank you so much for being on. So, guys, let's get this this giveaway. I'll give you guys just another minute. See if we can get a few more people on here. And I just want to real quick. I just want to say thank you to everybody that not only you're here and all this, but these people that gave Rick Cheney, Guns and Barbecue, and then Michael Dunn, we're going to use that money, for gifts and, giveaways and stuff for this channel. And so, we just love Hillbilly Nation. We appreciate everybody. And we just want to give, back to you guys because you guys are the best. I mean, the side chat, this panel, everybody, you guys are just awesome. I mean, you all make my day. I mean, I always talk about, make somebody's day better. I just want to tell you guys, you all honestly make my day better. You do. It just blesses my heart. And I just thank you guys so much for that. And so I think we got all the hashtags in. So let's give this thing a little wind up and let her spin.
Almost. Oh gosh.
Rick!
Congrats.
Rick!
Okay.
Congratulations, Garage Guy.
Well, thank you very much.
That's awesome. I'll write your name down here.
Good job.
Go ahead and send me an email, though. I'm pretty sure I have your address, but go ahead and send it again if you don't mind. And
I'm glad you mentioned that. I got a new cell phone and a new number, and I'm going to text you that with the number, too.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, thank you, buddy. Yeah, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
All right. So, I have a question. And this question has been plaguing me for a bit. All right. At least for the past 2 or 3 weeks.
Which one of you?
And since I've got most of the reloaders that I respect here, Jamie just left, so most of the reloaders I respect here. So the 350 Legend brass that I've got, I looked at the primer pockets and I got a Swagger, whatever that Swagger, the brass on it for the primer pockets. What is a good primer pocket Swagger?
Well, you guys are thinking about that to respond. I just want to thank Pat in the bunker here. he just gave $20 to help with the giveaways. Thank you, buddy. Man, I appreciate that. I mean, that's awesome. Thank you so much. There you go. Gary's in charge of visual effects. Give him a little lightning. Keep you lightning, Gary.
Lightning.
I've won twice, so I got to give back a little bit right there.
Let's
Well,
see.
thank you so much. Appreciate that. Here we got. See if we can get some lightning for you.
Got rain. How about that?
Rain.
All right, so we got 2 RCBSs and a Lee. What about you, Vale?
Yeah. I don't swage my primer pockets. I cut them out with the RCBS tool. Attaches up to your hand drill, and they're gone.
Okay.
And I cut mine out with a. Sorry, go ahead, Walter.
No, I was going to say there's Dylan makes one, a bench top mounted one with a big long lever on it, and there's a unit that Hornady made for their lock and load progressive press that would go up on the press, and I used that one for a little while, but then cutting them out makes more sense to me. I think it does a better job.
All right, Elliot, you had a.
I use a Lyman. It's got a little knurl. You get a small and large pocket. Believe it or not, you can feel it. It's kind of sharp when you turn your finger on it. I stick it in a drill, and same thing is kind of like the RCBS, and I just zip, and it's gone. Similar to the RCBS, so I cut it out. And these are just maybe $8, and you just stick it in a drill, hand drill, and it does good. That or the RCBS is the cheapest, I would say, out there for it.
Cool.
I would test them a little bit first to see if you actually need to swage or even ream them out. The Winchesters, sometimes I had to run the reamer in there. It's that same Lyman tool that Elliot's talking about. The Browning ammo that I'd gotten from Bill, that didn't need any. The primer slipped in there real nice, and you don't want to get them too loose. I just clean them out and test 1 or 2 first, and see how they do. And if they're too tight, then go ahead and I'll use a reamer and cut them out. I don't push anything. I don't have a swage tool. I just put the tool in there and cut them out.
Okay.
Do you see the crimp, Bubba? The little circle.
No, I ain't got any on me right now.
Oh,
they're in the other room. But they're all Winchester. Most, like 90% of them is Winchester. And I think I got like one from Ammo Inc. I think, and that's about it. like 1 to 10 of them is Ammo Inc. And there's like 330 of them. So I just wanted. I was just curious because I'd never had to swage stuff, But plus, I'm like only like half a year into reloading. I think maybe.
With Winchester, I'd just be more concerned about the case length. Make sure they're all trimmed down, all even. The early ones, they had some long cases, and they were causing some problems in AR platform. So just be aware of that. The primer pockets, I've never had any issue with.
Yep. Very good observation. I'd had some problems with that stuff too. And as far as on the Lee stuff, with the swaging, with my 7.62 by 54R, it was only when I started loading rounds a little bit on the hotter side when I would start having problems. And then I just start having to swage on that stuff, because it seemed like it would deform the brass a little bit more, especially when I was running the heavier bullet, trying to get it pushed out. Because some of that stuff, I was running up to a 218 grain bullet out of the Mosins versus the 203 Silver Bear factory loads that I was running, which I didn't have any problems with. But it seems when I was starting to push a little bit harder on those heavier grain bullets, man, it seemed like it would pucker that brass up a little bit more, and I'd have to swage it.
So what trimmer should I go for? I actually don't have one because most of the brass has been within that parameter.
Matter of
Most
choice.
of the stuff that, yeah, I mean Lee or RCBS. I mean that's been the top two that I've seen come up on the screen, and I run a Lee, and I've never had any problems with it. Because I've run that on 270, and I've run that on my Mosin ammo, and I've never had a problem with the Lee swager on it. So it's kind of
one of the.
go ahead.
I bought one of the Lyman trimmers. Looks like a pencil sharpener.
Yeah.
I didn't get the upgrade for the drill. It comes with all of the pilots that you need, and you can buy other pilots to put in. That one it appealed to me. It was inexpensive enough, and you can really get every single case exactly the same. Very repeatable. It's easy to set up. You can get one that is at the length you want, put it in there, and butt it up. It's real easy. It's been my choice.
Okay. See, I guess that's the ones I've been looking at. I've been looking at the RCBS or the Lyman. I kind of was hoping the Lyman would be good, just because most of the stuff that I've got for reloading's Lyman. So I like that Lyman orange or whatever, because it's kind of like a Hemi orange. So I like it.
The only thing that you got to worry about with that Lyman that I've researched and that I've experienced, those little tiny grub screws are very delicate. They'd be easy to strip out. So you just got to be real easy on them. Don't tighten them down too much, and check them every now and then to make sure they're tight.
Okay.
Thanks,
guys.
Comes to a trimmer, I like L.E. Wilson. Of course, they're a little expensive. Can be.
You've had that one for quite a while, haven't you, Ellie? I've seen you using that Wilson trimmer for.
I never regret buying it. It's like a little mini lathe, man. That thing is just awesome. If you look around on the Brownells, sometimes you can get them for $170, maybe on sale. Yeah. At least at one time.
Oh, Rob over at Hamilton Outdoors is out there. What's up, Rob? Hey, brother. I think Rob told me he was down to the last few packages to move into his new house, so that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't wait. He's got a lot of yardage. He's got a lot of yardage he can play with now. I love it.
Night,
man.
Mama, Dad.
Night.
Man, same prayers for you, buddy.
Night, Bama.
Yeah, Bama, Dad.
Yeah, it's good to see Rob out there. Yeah, you're right, man. He has just a beautiful little range back there behind his house. I mean, not little by any means. It's a nice, area. And then that basement, man, that's awesome. What a man cave down there, man. Yeah. He's going to have a lot of fun there, I think. No doubt about that.
I'm going to enjoy it. It goes from having 25 yards maybe to 35 yards at the most, if he's out there like right by the street. And now he's got up to 250 yards. I think he could probably shoot out to.
Yeah.
He's got some range now, boys. It reminds me when he first started. You remember his old house, Mark?
Yeah.
Oh, and I love it. Can't wait to see it, brother.
I tell you who's got a really nice basement, fixed up. His channel is called, what was it? Something 6, Rick,
is your 6 cover?
6 cover. Yes. I guess this was during, maybe through COVID or something, a couple of years ago. He'd moved back to North Carolina right before he retired, and he showed the steps going through the remodeling of his basement, and it turned out really nice.
Sweet.
I used to watch him a lot one time.
Yeah.
Got LED lights put up in the basement yesterday. Awesome.
That is.
I enjoyed it because, man, everybody knew I was mad. Everybody knew I was mad when I heard. Everybody, there wasn't nobody that didn't know I was mad.
Yeah. I'm just glad that when that door was shut, a better one opened up for him. That's a blessing right there, man. That's awesome.
If anybody deserves it, it's definitely Rob.
Yep.
Anybody deserves it, it's definitely Rob.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no doubt about that. Oh boy. Yeah, I guess I didn't answer the deer hunting deal. Around here we use a lot of 30-30 because of the woods and not a whole lot of range to shoot. Especially if you're out in the woods. But we do have a few little fields and stuff like that. So, a lot of people. I mean, yeah, there's people that use other calipers. Don't get me wrong. I'd say probably the two common ones would be 30-06 or 30-30. Because with the 30-06, you got that knockdown power regardless. A little tree limb's not going to send it off sideways like some of the rifle rounds will. And I was I don't know, several years old. I was an adult before I even seen a man bought tree stand, or then they had these self climbing deals. I don't know, self climbing things look pretty cool, but man, I'm afraid I'd fold myself up like a taco in one of those things, So I've never used one of those. I have used a bot, purchased a stand before, my buddies, and it's pretty nice. It's pretty cool, but we scout, find us a place, good traffic area, and you take out some spikes and either nailing the side of the tree or screwing the side of the tree, or just some treated 2x4s cut, a couple foot wide, and you would just nail those to the tree so you can climb up, and then most usually where you sit a lot of times is just on a tree limb up there, and that is kind of a lot of our hunting. But one thing I was thinking about a while ago as everybody was talking, the shoot a deer. Hang on a minute. I don't know what the
I got it.
Pat. Okay. After you shoot a deer, sometimes I sit and wait for quite a while because when I was younger, there's been a few times I got up, and a lot of times the deer must usually go to the first place they'll bed down. If you don't spook them, they'll stay there, And if you got a lung shot, it's going to take a while, or something like that. And I learned that, and early on got too excited and went to go check, see if I could find a deer too soon. And I jumped it up, and then by the time it was laying down, it had clogged a lot of the blood, the hole where the blood was coming out. So then I had a heck of a time, trying to track that deer. So I just most usually wait quite a while. I mean, 30 minutes minimum, most usually an hour before I go out to, look for that deer. And that's something that's really helped me a lot as far as finding the deer. And so anyway, I don't know, hopefully if somebody's watching this and they might be a new hunter or something, hopefully that might help them some, or if they've had that trouble before, especially, if you're bow hunting, so yeah.
Okay, well, I'll throw a little something extra on top of that, since you were talking about not getting too wound up about finding the game, next thing on top of what everybody was talking about on scrapes and stuff, look for game trails. I mean, big game trails where the grass is actually physically beat down and you can actually see dirt paths running through there, because I've got several where I've set some new shooters up on, with like some 243s or 22 250, something that doesn't have a lot of kick, but is enough to put a deer down. And I'll set them up on a game trail where there's intersections, especially with scrapes on top of that. And man, that's a lot of fun. And one of the coolest hunts that I've ever been on was my cousin decided that he was going to hunt deer his first year, and he had 270 Winchester, and I just had my at that time it would have been the 270 on mine too, and we rattled. Just we set up on a four corners. There was like a four-way intersection on where all these deer and everything have been going through and everything. We set up on top of this peak, looking down into the valley. And I just got up there, rattled a couple times, and then all those doe and a great big buck came in right behind him. And I'll bet it wasn't 50 yards. And man, we were only there like 5 minutes after light, and he just smashed one like that on a great big deer crossing. And I'd never seen or had that much fun watching somebody take their first deer like that. And it was good. It was a 6x6, and it was beautiful. It was about 6 points shy of being a Boone and Crockett. And I was like, man, it was a just beautiful symmetric. And I was like, oh man, you have no idea how lucky you got on your first hunt. But man, it was a blast taking my cousin on his first hunt. And we've hunted deer every single year since. If I couldn't make it, he wouldn't come down. Because he was like, nope, he says, I'm hunting with him, whether we're stalking or whether we're glassing. He goes, nope, he knows where they're at. So, yeah, it's another little tip. Throw out there. Look for good game trails. Look for good game trails.
Alrighty. Yeah, that's exactly right. You see those trails. I don't know about anywhere else around here. The hogs, a lot of animals, they'll follow those trails, deer, all that stuff. And so, that's always a great sign to be scouting out, for sure. So we're going to wrap this up here pretty soon. I have some different topics and everything for everybody. But panel, is there anything like a topic anybody would like to throw out here? Kind of a short, fun topic before we head out of here. I let the chat choose last week. So anyway, anybody on the panel got something that's fun or whatever that we can tackle before we get out of here?
All right, here's one. Do you guys think it is a good idea as a gun tuber or just as a YouTuber in general to, when you have days when you can't get to the range, right? Because this is a question that's been plaguing me. Like when you have days that you can't get out to the range, and that's like 90% of my week. Usually I'm not able to get out to the range. Do you think it's a good idea just so that you have some content to do, to just use a BB gun or an airsoft gun. Practice your drills or whatever and still record it and stuff. Do you guys think it's a good idea? We'll start with Viejo first.
I don't see anything particularly wrong with that. In my situation, there's practically no days other than days when the range is closed that I can't go. We just don't have that much bad weather around here, so I can go pretty much when I want. So it's kind of a non-issue. As far as not being able to go to the range, my bigger issue besides weather and other things are that I have other activities that I want to do, and I've got myself into this this Moldy Monday series that I want to put that out every Monday, and I've been doing it now for 32 weeks in a row without a hitch. So I've got some banked up. I've got the video all shot. I got stuff in the back, already on the computer. All I got to do is come in and video the opening and closing sequences, and it's all the shooting's done, the casting's done, all that's done. I got about 2 months worth of that stuff all ready to go. If necessary, I can pull from that bank of stuff. So that would be an option. When you do go to the range. For example, we know Ron Wayne. He's out there and he shoots a whole bunch of video on a bunch of different stuff every day he goes. He'll shoot several shorts. He'll have some longer sequences. He'll have 3 or 4 firearms, and that doesn't all go up at once. He's got some of that stuff banked. So that's an idea. When you do have good days, take a bunch of stuff to the range, shoot a bunch of video, and the rest of us, we don't care if it's video that you shot last month. If it's interesting topic material, what difference does it make what day you shot it? So
exactly. Matter of fact, that last video I posted about with the paper plates, the penetration deal. If you noticed, I had long hair. it was from back, in the late winter time when I did that one. But yeah, like people like Ron, if you think about that, he has to drive so far, a long ways to his range. And so, they try to take full advantage of it. But Michael Dunn says he shoots BBs in his basement for fun.
Yeah. If I had a basement, I might, but nobody in California has basements.
So who's next there?
Pat. Yeah, we're going to go down from Viejo.
Yeah, well, I'll put it this way. Marksmanship is marksmanship. Whether it's a bow, BB gun, it doesn't matter. 22 all the way up to 50 BMG. Doesn't matter. Marksmanship is marksmanship. Practice pulling that trigger, loading, and everything. Man, I love a lot of different rifles. I can go anything from flintlock to cap and ball that I've all got and just have a blast shooting. I mean, and I just love firearms in general. It doesn't matter how old it is or how new it is. I just love shooting. You put a firearm in my hand and I'm going to enjoy it. So yeah, it's just marksmanship is marksmanship. You're putting a projectile downrange, whether it's bow, anything, or even a slingshot. Man, I still shoot slingshot to this day. I probably need to put a video out on that. And I love a slingshot. There's probably one video I can't put out, but I'll leave that for the after chat with a slingshot. But some of you guys probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, airsoft, it doesn't matter. Go out and have fun. Go out and practice. Mm-hmm. It's all fun. It's all fun.
Yeah, see, that was my thought on it too. That was my thought on it too.
As a young kid, before I was allowed to really shoot firearms, man, I was so accurate with a slingshot. I mean, and we weren't talking no $5 slingshot. either. I mean, it's just, but you practice that, and like you guys are just saying, I think that helps. A hand-eye coordination, aiming.
Mm-hmm.
Allowing for drop or
Yep.
whatever it might be. And so I agree. Like all those skills can help. With marksmanship, with regardless. So, go ahead there, Bubba. Sorry about that.
I guess I'll move on to Gizzard Gary. I mean, everybody's pretty much saying the exact same thing I was thinking. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna
There's the laser practice devices too.
yeah.
Where's the lasers?
Lasers.
Go ahead, Gizzard.
But yeah, I'd pretty much agree with what everybody's saying. I don't have the fancy laser stuff. I'd like to one of these days, but yeah, anytime you can get some reps behind any kind of trigger, it's good practice. Good to get your eyes on the sights, get that stance, working on that stance. The grip and all that stuff. Now, as far as doing video with it, I don't know how interesting it would be for other people to watch you do it. But as far as benefit to you as a shooter, it's a great benefit. Anytime you can do that, as long as you do it safely. Yeah.
I agree.
About you, Elliot?
I want a Gamma 177 caliber pellet rifle with a scope. Is what I want to practice with. And we could always do what Elvis used to do. If we get mad, we can shoot our TV or shoot the roof or ceiling in our house. Because we are from the South, just like I am, just like Elvis was. I actually went to Graceland and seen that TV when that he had shot. It was on display. So it's true. But yeah, I agree. Practice, it would help. I want one of those pellets. That way I can whack some, maybe even, I don't know if it'll penetrate, but I'm going to try to hit the head of an armadillo. I've got armadillos back in my yard. I've been seeing them at night. So I'm trying to get out there with a 22 rifle and smack them so, at night.
All righty. Let's move on to the Council of Marks. Sorry, I saw the opportunity and I had to grab that one. I apologize. No, I don't apologize. I do not apologize. That was good for me.
Well, Elliot, I would recommend Gammo Whisper. I have one of those in 177 with a scope on it. It's got a fantastic trigger, and we use that quite a bit down in the basement in the garage. I've got about 10 yards from front to back because it's 2 cars deep. And my bullet trap or pellet trap is as simple as could be. It's a cardboard box filled up with old clothes, just laid in there, stacked nice and tight. And I tape a new cardboard face onto it every now and then, put a target up, and we shoot the hell out of that thing with that Gammo rifle, which is pretty powerful. Couple of old brakes, couple of pumps. We have 1 or 2 pistols, and it's great practice. Even if it's not, a regiment, it's not daily. If I'm down there and I'm just bored, I'll just grab a pellet rifle and go stand at one end of the garage and, bust off a dozen rounds. It's just fun. Really good. And I never video it. It's what we do. It's fun. Same with Seth uses that for his airsoft guns. When he's doing some kind of maintenance, wants to test something, he can put a couple into that. Or we do, draw, mag change. It's it's good drill and practice.
Cool.
All right, so on to the other Mark.
Well, I want to go back to something Walter said about the videos being filmed out of sequence. As a matter of fact, I've got a 5-year update video I'm working on of a Ruger SR-45. And I've already done the shooting sequence over a month ago, but I still need to film the opening and ending segments. I've done that many a time here over the years. And also, I think I mentioned it before on this chat. I can't remember if it was in after chat or during a live stream that I've seen Hickok 45 put out a new video in the middle of January or February, and they would be leaves on the trees, and he's wearing short sleeve shirts. So you can't tell me that he just recently done that, you know.
Yeah.
And as far as airsoft goes, that could open your channel up to a whole new audience. Right there. You get around South America, Brazil, Chile, Colombia. Airsoft is a major sport over there, also in Europe. So you might end up with a bunch of new viewers. And even a bad day of practice is still beneficial because you learn not what to do. All practice is good.
All right. And our good friend, 6-shooter Texan, is deep into air guns. He does a lot of air gun. He builds, designs and builds his own literally from scratch, from chunks of metal, and he owns a whole bunch of them. And so he's got a whole series that he's doing called Air Gun Sunday. He's been doing a video on air guns on his Sunday morning video thing, and he's got a lot of followers just from that. But so yeah, you could do a lot with trigger time, practice time, video time, all that stuff you could do with air guns. Why not?
Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to see everybody's take on that because everybody's take is the exact same thing I was thinking, so it works out.
Yeah.
All right, what's up, Hillbilly?
You didn't ask me.
Yeah, you were looking last. You saved the best for last.
No, I was really kind of brokenhearted what Mark said. I really thought that Sunday morning shoot around was live every Sunday. It was with Hickok live every Sunday. Kind of disappointing for me, man.
Well, I don't know about Sunday morning shoot arounds.
I'm just joking. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's awesome practice. I have a buddy that has a fairly good sized garage that we'll go there and hang out sometimes, watch NASCAR races or whatever. And over on one side of his garage, he has several deals of this, like, I don't know, it's like a couple inch thick, styrofoam sheets. Like some people used to use them for insulation or whatever. And so a lot of times we'll go over there and he's got like a little piece of tape on the floor and just the Red Ryder, BB gun. And we'll put little targets up there and we'll stand around and we'll bet $1 each round, whoever wants in. And the closest to the bullseye, wins the pot. And we'll sit there and have just a blast doing that. I mean, it's a lot of fun. And I mean, we're over there like measuring, who's closest, I mean, we have so much fun doing that. And so it really is fun. And the practice, I think practicing any of that at all has to, help, regardless. Yeah, it might not be exactly high powered marksmanship, but I think that it sorry, the cat's trying to get up here. That it always helps just practicing like that. So I would like one of those laser target things too. I mean, those gotta be really sweet.
They're pretty cool. I had that. Well, I still have it. That Mantis system when a year and a half or so ago, and I was down for quite a while after that motorcycle wreck. I picked that up so I could, kind of half sit up in my easy chair and do some target practice. That it worked pretty well. You didn't have to get up and retrieve the targets.
You're right back, guys.
Hey, Pat, someone's messing with your fireplace.
Well, here I got the Direct TV, and during the wintertime, especially around Thanksgiving or Christmas, they'll have it one of the upper channels. And the only thing they'll have is like either a fireplace or something
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, we turn that on to heat up the house a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they got
oh, go
some
ahead.
other channels. They got some other channels too. Like if you're going to be gone from the house for a while and you got an indoor pet, then
Oh yeah,
they'll
they
turn
got the
the
dog channel.
Yeah, they'll turn the channel on to keep the dog or cat's attention.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Or
I
if
have
you,
done that with my German Shepherds.
that, or if you just have dogs and cats, they kind of keep yourself, amused. So.
Occupied. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Agreed.
oh, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go ahead, garage guy.
They also have channels like that for like small babies. If
Yeah.
baby's having trouble getting sleep at night, and mom or dad or whoever has been up with them a long time, you turn on that channel and you might hear a lullabies or something like that. Kind of calm the child down a little bit, make it feel more relaxed.
Yeah. Yeah, they got those. They got those also for adults. They're called old westerns.
Infomercials.
They've already watched 100 times, and
Have gun will travel.
There you go. Or the rifleman.
Yeah, man. I've watched so many episodes over and over, like the whole seasons or whatever of the old westerns. Yeah, like I said, had gun travel, wanted. I mean, wagon train. I mean, they just go on and on.
Right.
Here's an interesting fact about an old western. The rifleman, he's using a Winchester Model 92. Well, the rifleman takes place in 1880s, and
yeah, it's a little bit of an anachronism.
Yeah, just think of the uproar on if the internet had been around back in the 50s and 60s when that TV show was on.
Yeah.
People would have went through the roof. I think that rifle they used is in the NRA museum now. There's some videos about it here on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. And here's the next thing on it. Since we're talking about that particular rifle, every time that he did not have to pull the trigger, every time that lever came back, it hit the blank on that every single time. He didn't even have to hit the trigger. And there's a special maneuver that you can do just about on a lot of lever action rifles to it'd basically be a slam fire off of a shotgun, but the same thing with the lever action. And I'm not going to divulge that over YouTube or anything, or even say anything more. But yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Alrighty. Well, guys, it's been an awesome night. I mean, I just want to thank everybody for being here. A lot of fun. Bubba, thanks for letting us roast you there at the start. I hope you're okay with that.
I'm always okay with that. I'll take anything somebody can dish out to me.
Yeah, what you don't know is everybody got a different email than the one you did. Explaining what we're going to do tonight.
I think you got it.
So anyway, guys, let's go around the room real quick and plug your channel, and we're going to get out of here. So, Garage Guy, we'll start down at the bottom with you and work our way around.
All righty. Late last night, early this morning, I uploaded a new video to my channel, and it's usually about something. It was a new subject to me. If you've seen a video, this is a Case XX Kodiak Hunter knife. And this one was made in between 65 and 69. And a buddy of mine at work, Patrick, bought this knife off the guy that bought it brand new. and
Wow.
it's never been. It's never had a stone taken to it. It's never been used. The thing is almost mint.
Nice.
And Patrick asked me if I wanted to do a video on it, so I researched it a little bit, and so far I've got some good results. For the next, well, I'd say probably till the end of the year, I'm mostly going to be doing update videos on firearms, and other than that, it's pretty much going to be business as usual for me. I'll have a video out once every other week, and like I said, updates mostly. A lot of people like to know how a firearm holds up after so many years and so many rounds. So
Yeah.
and it's getting that time of year where a lot of people get their shotguns out. So I might be doing some more single shot shotgun videos as well.
Oh, cool. Sounds great. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Garage Guy, for being here tonight. Guys, go and check out his channel and subscribe. Great content. And thank you again. We appreciate you, buddy. So, Mark Thomas, what do you got coming up, buddy?
I don't know.
Don't know? Well,
Well,
not like me.
whatever happens to be interesting or come across something new, I'll maybe make a video. It's getting that time of year that we'll start heading out to the woods every now and then. Maybe we'll take y'all along. It's just kind of a mixed bag here at my channel. I just finished a holster for a fella the other day, and I've got a few things in the pipe to work on, so maybe some of those will pop up, but that's kind of it.
Awesome.
Been a great chat this evening. Thanks for having me. I'm actually going to sign off as soon as I'm done talking. It's time for bed. We're getting up early and heading out to the airsoft field tomorrow.
I totally understand that. Thank you so much, Mark, for being here.
Hi,
Guys,
Mark.
check out Mark's channel, get subscribed. Not only does he have awesome gun content, he is a leather craftsman. And that's with an explanation point, guys. So go check out his channel. We appreciate you being here, buddy. You have a
Thank
good
y'all. Good night.
night. And so Elliot, we'll just go ahead and jump up to you, buddy, since it looks like Pat's stoking up the fire there.
I'm still going to stream sometimes on Thursday night, occasionally throw one in, but I'm going to do some Monday night streams before MacMan. And I've talked about this with him for a long time, since even before, right when he started streaming, actually. So that actually kind of is around 6. I'll probably do it at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is kind of around Echo's old former interview slot, I would call it. But I'm going to see how that goes, try that, and occasionally push one into Thursday night depending on who's streaming, put it that way, on Thursday.
Yeah. Well, thank you, buddy. You guys going to check out AR 1776, check out his channel and stuff. And yeah, buddy, we miss you on Thursday night. Like I have written down, and like you weren't there on Thursday nights again. He's on a different date. And so yeah, we miss you, man. Hopefully, like if you can find one of those time zones that work for you and stick there, it'd be great, because that way we all know it's coming on. And because you got a great live stream, sure appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for being on here.
Great being here, man. Thanks for having me on, man. Thank you all on the side chat. Y'all have been great. Good to see you guys on the panel too tonight.
All right, well, thank you. So,
good time.
What you got coming up, buddy?
Well, let's see. I've got Foul Territory on Friday nights. It's the night before you at the same exact time, 9 p.m. Central. So I like having Hillbilly and other people on my show, and we have fun on Friday nights. But we're kind of the warm-up act before the, guns, beer, and therapy. So we're kind of the lead-in, the warm-up act. So anyway, I love having everybody there. I've got some flashlight videos I'm working on, some pocket knife videos I'm working on, a couple guns I need to go shoot, about like any gun tuber. I need some range time so I can get some videos done. So anyway, I appreciate you having me on. Enjoyed being here with everybody and discovering new things about my computer I didn't know till this evening. So anyway, yeah, thanks for having me. Enjoyed it.
Buddy. Well, thank you so much for being here. And guys, go over and check out Gizzard Gary.
Lasers?
I love it.
All right.
Yeah. He's one of few, the only one I've seen that can do that. So you've got to go over and check out his channel and subscribe. Great content. And anyway, his Friday night show is so much fun. Don't let him fool you. We have a blast on there. We always do. And speaking of your Friday night show, shout out, which I don't think he's on here anymore right now on the side chat, but the Gun Snob, he just become a grandfather last night, and during Gizzard's show, we got to find that out. So that is some awesome news. I mean, Gizzard has breaking news. I mean,
You
that
bet.
is like some great breaking news right there. So appreciate
Yeah.
you, Gary. Thank you so
One
much.
of the youngest grandpas I know. So
Yeah. All
Right.
right. So, Pat, what you got coming up, buddy? We got Pat in the bunker building a fire right now. What you got coming up?
Well, I've got some ATV videos of my other collection besides the guns. I've got some videos about ready to come out, and I've got some more Thunder on the Prairie videos that I've got to get out before the end of the year, which had a lot of fun with Gizzard right there. We had a lot of fun at Thunder on the Prairie. We had some competition shooting and stuff out there, and yeah, got to get back there again because man, that is a blast. The last 2 years, I've been thankful. I got started with everybody out there, and the second year it doubled. So I'm hoping we double it again and have everybody out there. And yeah, so yeah, I got a lot of different stuff. I've got some wood stove, obviously, stuff down the pipeline. I do a lot of cast iron cooking. I love the older stuff. I love outdoor stuff. So yeah, if you're into that stuff and especially nostalgia, go ahead and come on over to Pat in the Bunker on YouTube or Pat Hirsch on the Facebook, and yeah, go check out each and one of these guys here because I've had a lot of fun on Gizzard's channel and right here, and everybody's got great content, man. So thanks for having me on, Hillbilly. I appreciate it.
You bet you, Pat. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate you, buddy. Here, guys, go over and check out Pat in the Bunker. Check his channel out. Subscribe. Awesome content on there, too. So, Walter, what you got coming up, buddy? Besides heat.
Well, let's see. Yeah, it's going to cool off tomorrow. They said.
Okay.
I hope so. We got outdoor activities with some friends. We're going to go up to nearby town, nearby 70 miles away. We got one of our wine clubs up there's got a big thing going on tomorrow, barbecue and music and whatnot. So we're going to go do that tomorrow. As far as video work going on, I've got 3 or 4 videos I had out this week. I'm putting more and more on Rumble because I can do more there. I've got a whole series there that's only on Rumble. Most of my stuff is also on YouTube. But so we got Moldy Monday coming up. I think just about everybody in the side chat's seen that series, and I've still got, I'm going to say 40 more moles in that collection that I haven't cast yet. So I've got enough there to last me through the first part of next year. I keep going at 1 a week on those. So, and guys, that's all about moles that I have in my collection that I've never cast. They've just been sitting there. I got like 250 moles or something, and I had close to 100 of them that I had never used. Just caught them and set them in the drawer and forgot about them. So they're coming out one at a time. So some of them are kind of weird moles too. But anyway, so we got one of those coming up for you on Monday. And then, of course, next week we'll start all over again with hopefully AR on Thursday night and Georgia Shooting Connection and Gary on Friday night, and right back here in River City on Saturday night. And So we got a busy week, all of us coming up. Happy to be here. Thanks for the invitation. And Bubba, hope again you don't take too seriously that stuff at the beginning. It was all in fun because we love you, buddy.
Oh,
Embrace
man.
the badness.
All
Yeah.
good, all
To
good.
watch him sit there and like, I don't know if he thought we were serious or what, Bubba.
I was laughing the whole time, man. I could
I know
not
you
stop
were.
laughing.
I had
Stop
to
it,
go off.
Mark.
I had to go. I had to set my camera off a few times because I couldn't. I was like, let's try to stay serious, and I just couldn't do it, man. I was busting up. So, Bubba, what all you got coming up? We know you and what the other 4 people that live with you there.
Yeah,
You got the videos coming
the
up.
other 4 people live in my head. Well, I won another auction, and I got a new gun coming to the channel here soon. It's probably going to be here around Tuesday. I won it for a ridiculous price because I'm pretty sure it's one of the new ones, one of the new Ruger Wranglers, and so we're going to be trying that out because
Cool.
I've always wanted to shoot one. I haven't shot the Ruger Wrangler yet. I've never shot one, so I wanted to get my impressions on that and have a little bit of fun with that. Plus, it's just fun to shoot 22, right? Like there's nothing funner than that, in all honesty.
Oh yeah,
because it's cheap and you can just go to town. It doesn't matter. Yeah, of course, we got some more videos coming up over the next few weeks. It's going to be a long process because I said this to a couple of my friends. I am putting my heart and soul into the joke videos around this Glock 17. Like I am not holding back on any jokes, any silly jokes that I can think of that would be classified under Glock fanboys. It is going to be done. All right, it has to be done because now I have one. So we're gonna have some fun with that and stuff. Of course, Wednesday mornings at 11 o'clock. Got the good, the bad, and the Bubba live stream that I do. Hope you guys show up, have a little bit of fun there. Don't really talk about too many topics. I just like to wrap everybody up around what's happened so far, leading up to Wednesday for our small community of gun tubers, and just have a little bit of fun on there, show a couple of memes every once in a while, and get people to laugh. That's what I like to do. So, other than that, I think we got a couple more Target products I need to test out. So we're going to be doing that. Got a couple reviews on a light and a rail system for the Glock because that's a whole nother thing. Yeah, so that's about it. It's coming up for me. Other than that, everybody else here on the panel is a far more better channel to watch, so go check them out. But as far as everything else, stay safe, stay armed, stay two-way strong. Have a fantastic day, fantastic week. Keep getting at it.
All right, Bubba. Thanks for being on, buddy. Always appreciate you. Thanks for your good nature, and we all get to have fun. That's awesome. Go over and check out Bubba's channel. Subscribe. You won't be sorry. I guarantee you that. A lot of fun over there. I have some videos coming out. I did a little short a game we kind of play sometimes when we're around here just shooting and kind of bored. We'll whoop out. Sometimes it's just a 22 or whatever. And anyway, I put a little short out. One of my I don't remember if I think it was my son-in-law or whatever is taking his turn. I just happened to film it. We call it beer bowling. And so I kind of put that challenge out there with that short. And so basically we just set 5 cans, just, I don't know, 6 inches apart, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you start on either side you want, but start on one side and you try to hit the side of the can so it goes that direction and knocks the other cans off, And so it'd be kind of like bowling, but you're hitting it so it'll turn the can and, then knock the other cans off. So try to see how many shots it takes to get all 5 cans off the piece of wood or whatever you got up there. So it's fun. I'm going to be putting mine out And anybody else that wants to join in that, check out that short. It's called Beer Bowling Challenge, and or beer can bowling or whatever I put on there. But if you want to get involved with that, it's a lot of fun. So use the hashtag and tag me because I want to see it. I just appreciate you all. Thank you for all the super chats and the memberships, guys. I mean, it really does mean a lot. I appreciate the panel, the side chat, all the friends. We're all just like family here. And that's what it's all about, guys. I mean, we come together, we support our Second Amendment, and we like to have fun. And I think that's just, if you can't have fun in life, I mean, you need to try something different, and because, life's kind of hard enough by itself, you got to have some fun in there. And I just want to thank everybody so much. I honestly do. And I just want to tell y'all, remember, God, family, and country, and make somebody's day better, will you? And if the good Lord's willing, the creeks don't rise, we'll see you all again. Everybody say good night.